I also appreciate Martin Mako representing the PSF Uganda. Our members, the Partner Association, East African Grain Council. I can see the representative from ABRA, these are our key partners. East African Farmers Federation, East African Women in Business Platform, the representative of German Corporation, who are also our development partner supporting this. I want to thank them and appreciate their continued support to EABC and the private sector at large. The members of business community here, the captains of industry, members of the media, all protocol observed. Again, good morning, and I want to really appreciate and thank our host, the Minister of Agriculture here, for a very warm reception according to our delegates. When they arrived here, they were treated very well. Also thank the hotel for preparing the logistics. So a very warm welcome to the Master Trainer Program Capacity Building on EAC Export Procedure and Contract Farming. As EABC, we are very delighted to have you join us as we embark on a journey to enhance the competitiveness of agri-food industry and boost food security in the East African community region. We've been grappling with a number of conflicts. We had COVID. We are now grappling with the Russia-Ukraine issue, but also climate change issues. So these conflicts have a detrimental impact on our sector, not only agriculture, but other sectors. So with the support from Business Scout and GIZ, we have done a number of studies to look at the impact of the global crisis on our food system and food security at large. We came out to find that despite various efforts that are being deployed by our government and the private sector and other actors in the room here, the Agri and others, our food systems are very weak. They are very fragile in nature. Those crises have pushed 20 million of East Africa into what we call abject poverty. So we need to act and act fast to reverse those trends. And we realize that we have all it requires, all the means, all the tools to adapt and mitigate the effects of the crisis. But the biggest challenge I've been working on is that we lack a kind of a coordinated effort. We lack kind of coordinated efforts to address this situation. I always say that it's a very sad situation to see that we talk about 60% of our land being arable land, meaning that East Africa has the potential to feed its people and has the potential to feed the entire Africa. But there are a number of challenges which I want you to reflect on, and which is also the subject of this capacity building intervention we are trying to deploy. One is that there is a disconnect between the farmers and the market. The farmers don't have the capacity, they don't have the knowledge about the market signals, what the market requires. And you find that our supermarkets are filled with the imported products, while we should be promoting local sourced products. That's a challenge, and that emanates from market information asymmetry. Two, our inputs, agriculture inputs, they are not to the standard that are required to enhance productivity. Our seeds, fertilizers, we import, we have not appropriately utilized the inputs or advised the farmers in terms of appropriate farming methods so that we enhance our productivity. The biggest challenge comes from productivity. Then I was looking at a number of research. I take much of my time out of research. I realized that East Africa, 49% of our output goes to waste. 49. 49 goes to waste. So that becomes that the sector is not viable in terms of business because our produce goes to waste because of lack of post-harvest handling infrastructure, the storage facilities, but also transport infrastructure to move goods to the market. Of course, there along the value chain, there are other number of challenges in terms of the extension services, in terms of our logistics. Again, I mentioned the issue of market access, but also the access to capital. I was telling my staff here that we should not have even invited the banks because our banking sector are risk averse in the sector. And this is a very important sector, but the banks don't want to put money into them. They don't want to invest in agriculture. So those are the host of the challenges why agriculture hasn't been the solution to the global problem we're grappling with. So we realize again through a number of partners, Agra, they are doing quite commendable work. East African Farmers Federation, East African Grain Council. We say what is required now is to work together. Then I was proposing that we can establish what we call East African Food Security Alliance, so that we bring all the actors together in addressing those daunting challenges I've enumerated. And I think my team and the partners here, you agree with me that when we align ourselves, when we join the efforts together, we can address this situation of food insecurity in the region. We have all it requires, the tools, the knowledge, the capacity. I'm happy we have a good brother Nelson here from Kenyatta University and others who will be sharing the insight, what can be done. But the biggest challenge, as I said, is the coordination, cooperation, and partnership. Then when we do that, we are able to address the current food insecurity issue. I also noted, my sister, doctor, that even what we are producing, we produce food just for the purpose of survival. But the food we produce is not nutritious, is not the required food for our people. Generally, a big number of our population, 30% of ES population, experiencing what we call malnutrition. They are not, they are enjoying what we call stagnated or stunted growth, meaning even our children, they are very impacted by the type of food we're producing. So there's a lot we can do, not only to produce the food, but they produce the right food for our own people. So with that, I want to take this opportunity and commit the EABC that we are going to be the champion and continue to drive this agenda. We can't talk about integration when we cannot feed our own people. We need to start from there because food is a human right, and we must ensure that we feed our own people. Because, as I mentioned, we have all the requisite capacity, capabilities, and tools to reverse this situation. With that, allow me again to extend my heartfelt gratitude to GIZ Business Council for Development, SEQUA, and all our partners for their continued support and commitment to this endeavor. Together, we can make a lasting impact and create a more resilient, competitive, and a food secure region. Thank you, and I wish you all fruitful deliberation during these 2 days workshop. Asanteni sana.
Thank you, CEO. Now let me take the opportunity to welcome a representative of PSFU for his remarks.
Thank you very much, CEO, for the remarks that have been very accurate, very formative, which have been able to set a very good tone for this meeting. And the colleagues who just came early, my name is Martin Maku. I am a sector coordinator for agriculture, agribusiness and forestry and private sector foundation Uganda. But I'll be giving remarks on behalf of Mr. Stephen Asimwe, the Chief Executive Officer for Private Sector Foundation Uganda. He sends his apologies because he was caught up with quite a number of things, but then he is together with us in the spirit. He is willing to implement whatever we are going to agree to adopt. So all protocols observed as observed by the CEO, delegates from the East African Community Member States. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome. We are pleased to have you undertake this training in Uganda, and we are hopeful that you enjoy the training and Uganda as a whole for the 2 days which have now been compressed to 1 day. So we know that it's going to be a long day, but we guarantee